At Christmas her mother called me a failure and belittled my job. When I defended myself my fiancé snapped, "Be respectful to my mother or get out." I nodded and left. 3 days later she returned to our empty apartment and all the gifts I'd bought her were gone. She called me screaming. All right Reddit, my future mother-in-law spent Christmas dinner explaining why I'm a failure, called me mediocre, compared me to my fiancé's brother and said I wasn't good enough. My fiancé told me to shut up or get out so I left with everything I owned. Grab your popcorn and enjoy the show. Name's Leon, 31, male, journeyman lineman for the regional power company. I climb poles, work with high-voltage lines, keep the lights on when storms roll through, make around 87 grand a year base, more with overtime and storm work, own my truck outright, rent a decent 2-bedroom place, got a solid 401k, zero debt. The kind of life most people would be happy with. My fiancée Victoria, graphic designer, pulls about 71,000 doing freelance branding work for small businesses. We met at a mutual friend's wedding 2 years and 9 months ago. She was gorgeous, funny, had this artsy thing going on. We hit it off right away. Moved in together after 13 months. My apartment, my lease, my furniture. She brought her MacBook and like 40 throw pillows. Everything about her was solid except one huge problem, Margaret, her mother. From what Victoria told me Margaret was the kind of woman who makes drill sergeants look chill, controlling, judgmental, never happy with anything. The type who could find something wrong with a perfect diamond. Victoria would come home from visiting her mom looking wrecked. Margaret had something to say about everything. Victoria's career, apparently being a graphic designer wasn't good enough, should have gone into corporate law or medicine. Her weight, even though Victoria was a size 4 and looked great. Her apartment, which was mine, but whatever, too small, wrong part of town, why rent when she should own property? Her car, a paid-off Mazda, too basic, where was the luxury vehicle? Her friends, not ambitious enough, and so on. I remember this one Saturday Victoria came back from Margaret's place and just sat on the couch staring at the wall for 2 hours. Her mom had spent the whole visit explaining how Victoria was wasting her design degree, how freelancing was for people who couldn't cut it. Victoria didn't eat dinner, barely talked, just went to bed at 8 p.m, she just wants what's best for me, Victoria would say whenever I mentioned her mom was toxic. She doesn't know how else to show love. I've gotten used to it. Except she hadn't gotten used to it. Every phone call with Margaret left Victoria second-guessing herself for days, asking me if I thought she was letting down her family. No, I'd tell her. You're talented. You like what you do. You're making good money. But the doubt stuck around, planted by Margaret and watered with every conversation. Red flag, yeah, but I loved Victoria and Margaret lived 4 states away. How bad could it get? Turns out really bad. We'd been together almost 3 years and I'd never met Margaret. Victoria always visited alone, said it was simpler, that her mom was weird with new people. I proposed 8 months ago. Ring cost $5,200. Victoria cried, said yes right away, posted about it on social media within 10 minutes. We set a wedding date for next August, started planning the whole thing. Everything was good. Then came that Christmas from hell. Victoria's brother Paul was hosting. Lives an hour north of US, married with 2 kids, big house in the suburbs. He's some kind of commercial real estate developer, makes way more than me, this mattered later. Victoria had been talking about this Christmas for weeks because I'd finally meet her mother. Margaret was flying in from Arizona. Just be ready, Victoria warned me the week before. Mom's probably going to say something critical. She does it to everyone the first time. What kind of critical? She'll find something. Just don't react. Smile and change the subject. That's what Kristen does. Paul's wife. She's been dealing with Mom for 8 years. Great. Maybe I should stick up for myself if she comes at me. No, Victoria said fast. If you fight back she'll go harder. Trust me, just let it go. I'll step in if it gets bad. That should have been another red flag. But I loved her, figured I could handle one dinner with a tough mother-in-law. I was wrong. Christmas Day. Drove to Paul's place in my truck. House was nice, real nice, big yard, updated everything, probably worth $650 easy. Paul does well. Margaret was already there when we showed up. Early 60s, dyed blonde hair, expensive clothes, and jewelry. She looked at me like I dragged trash through her house. So you're the fiancé? That's me, Leon. Good to meet you, Mrs. Caldwell. It's Dr. Caldwell. I have a doctorate. Oh, sorry, Dr. Caldwell. In business administration from Northwestern. That's impressive. She looked at Victoria. You didn't tell him about my doctorate? I did, Mom. He probably forgot. I definitely didn't forget because Victoria had never mentioned it. But sure, let's play along. Dinner started out okay. Paul and his wife Kristen were friendly. Their kids were cute, behaved well, food was good, standard Christmas spread. Everything seemed fine. Then dessert happened. Margaret had been grilling everyone about their careers throughout dinner. Paul talked about some big commercial development deal he'd just closed. Kristen talked about her boutique marketing agency's best year ever. Then Margaret set down her glass and turned to me like a lawyer about to destroy someone on the stand. "And what exactly do you do?" Margaret asked. She knew what I did, Victoria had told her, but she wanted to hear me say it. "I'm a lineman for the power company." She wrinkled her nose. "A lineman?" "Yes, ma'am. I work on high-voltage transmission lines, install and repair electrical infrastructure." "So you climb poles, among other things?" "Yeah. How much does that pay?" Victoria jumped in. "Mom, that's personal. I'm just trying to understand what kind of life my daughter will have." Fair question for a mother. I should have kept my mouth shut. Victoria shot me a look that said don't answer, but Margaret was staring at me waiting and everyone had gone quiet. Base salaries around 87,000, more with overtime and storm work. The way Margaret's face changed. 87,000, she said slowly, at 31 years old. "Yes, ma'am." Paul was making 6 figures by 27. Paul looked uncomfortable. "Different industries pay different, I'm just stating facts." She turned back to me. "Do you get how hard Victoria works, how talented she is? She's got a design degree from a good university and she's about to marry someone who makes 87,000 climbing poles." I could feel my jaw tighten. "Mom," Victoria said. Her voice had an edge. "What? I can't have concerns, Victoria? You're smart, beautiful, talented. You could do better than this." This? Like I wasn't sitting 10 feet away. "That's rude," I said, keeping my voice steady even though I wanted to say way more. "I'm proud of what I do. I work hard. The job's dangerous, takes skill and training. I make good money. Maybe not 6 figures, but I'm stable and I'm good at what I do." Margaret cut in. "Stable is what average people call themselves when they want to sound successful. You're a utility worker who's convinced himself he's doing well. My daughter is an artist. She creates things. You fix power lines. There's a difference in value." The table went dead silent. Kristen's fork stopped halfway to her mouth. Paul was staring at his plate. "I'm not average," I said. "No? Let's look at the facts. You're 31. You make barely more than average wages for manual labor. You rent. You don't own property. You drive a pickup truck that's what, 5 years old? You bought my daughter a ring that cost what, 5,000? Paul's ring for Kristen was 18,000. "Mom," Victoria said louder. "I'm being honest. This man isn't on your level. He fixes power lines while you create brand identities for actual businesses. He's settling for an ordinary blue-collar life and wants to drag you into it. You should be with someone who matches your ambition. Someone who, Dr. Caldwell," I cut in, voice still calm but I was done. "I get that you want the best for Victoria. But I love your daughter. I work hard at a job that keeps the lights on. I'm financially responsible. I treat her well. I'm not rich but I'm not a failure. And honestly, insulting me at Christmas dinner because I don't make what you think is right is extremely rude." Her face went red. Then she turned to Victoria. "Are you going to let him talk to me that way?" I looked at Victoria, my fiancée, the woman I'd loved for almost 3 years, the woman I'd planned to marry, and I watched her make a choice. Don't talk back to my mother. Not in her house. Either apologize or leave. I paused. "Excuse me? She's the one being disrespectful here." "Don't you dare call her disrespectful," Victoria snapped. "Apologize now and leave." The table was silent again. Paul was staring at Victoria like he couldn't believe it. I looked at Victoria for a long second. Then I nodded. Didn't argue. Didn't raise my voice. Didn't try to defend myself more. I stood up, grabbed my jacket. "Wait, what are you doing?" Victoria asked. "You told me to leave. I'm leaving." I didn't mean actually leave. I meant stop being disrespectful. I wasn't disrespectful. I defended myself. But you've made your choice. Enjoy the rest of dinner. I walked out, drove home. Victoria called 8 times on the drive. I didn't answer. She texted like 15 messages. "You're overreacting. Come back. We need to talk. Mom was just being protective. Answer your phone." I didn't respond to any of it. Got home around 9:30. Sat in my apartment, our apartment, except it wasn't our apartment, it was mine. My name on the lease. Around midnight she texted again. "I'm staying at Paul's through the weekend. We'll talk when I get back Sunday evening." Sunday evening, 3 days away. That gave me time. That's when I decided I wasn't going to be there when she got back. I sat there until 2 o'clock in the morning making sure this wasn't just me being angry. Victoria picked her mother over me. Not just picked, but told me to leave or apologize when her mother attacked me. That wasn't a mistake. That was showing me exactly what marriage would look like. Every fight with Margaret I'd be expected to shut up and take it. Every insult, every dig, every condescending comment, just smile and take it. I thought about the wedding. Margaret would have opinions about everything. The venue wouldn't be nice enough. My family wouldn't be impressive enough. She'd probably make some speech about how Victoria could have done better and Victoria would let it happen, would tell me not to react, keep the peace. I thought about holidays. Every Christmas, New Year's, every family thing. Not happening. Friday morning, 6 a.m. I hadn't slept much. Called my buddy Charlie. You up? Need your help with something today. What happened? Tell you when you get here. Bring your truck. He showed up at 7:30 with coffee and a confused look. I told him what happened at Christmas while we drank coffee on my couch. So let me get this straight, he said when I finished. Her mom spent half an hour calling you a failure because you're not some corporate suit making $200,000. And when you defended yourself she told you to leave. Pretty much. And now you're doing what? Moving out. Charlie nodded slowly. Good. That's the right call. When do we start? He asked. Now, but first I got to handle some other stuff. I pulled up my bank account on my phone. Started canceling everything. Spotify family plan where I'd added Victoria, Netflix, Amazon Prime, her gym membership on my account. All of it gone within 10 minutes. Next I did something that's probably petty but felt good. I went into the bedroom, opened Victoria's closet. There hanging in garment bags were 3 designer handbags I'd bought her over the past 2 years. Birthday gift, Christmas gift, and an anniversary present. Prada, Gucci, and a Burberry. Total value somewhere around $4,800. Taking these? I told Charlie. He looked at the bags. You sure? I bought them. I'm selling them and getting my money back. That's fair. He nodded. Can't argue with that. Then I opened her jewelry box. Found the engagement ring sitting there. She'd taken it off before Christmas, apparently too embarrassed for her mother to see it. I pocketed it. Definitely taking this back, I said. Engagement's off. That's $5,200 I'm not leaving behind. Charlie grinned. Now we're talking. What else? I walked through the apartment taking stock. Started noticing things. The nice espresso machine, I'd bought that. The standing desk in the second bedroom she used as an office, I'd bought that. The expensive chair, the 55-inch TV, the soundbar, the good cookware. All me. All of it's coming with me, I said. What did she get? Her MacBook, her clothes, her 40,000 throw pillows, and a lesson about picking the wrong person to side with. Charlie laughed. Cold-blooded. I love it. We spent Friday apartment hunting. Found a 1-bedroom place about 20 minutes away. Smaller but newer. Hardwood floors, updated kitchen, washer and dryer in the unit. $975 a month versus the $1,425 I was paying. I put down first month and security deposit right there. $1,950 total. Signed the lease. Move-in date Monday. Then we hit up U-Haul, got boxes, and spent the rest of Friday packing. We worked until midnight, boxes everywhere labeled bedroom, kitchen, living room, bathroom. Saturday morning 7 a.m. Charlie showed up again with more coffee and his girlfriend Lana. Lana heard what happened. Charlie said she wanted to help. She looked around at all the boxes and nodded. Good for you, she said. Never stay with someone who won't have your back. By Saturday evening the apartment looked gutted. Victoria's mattress on the floor in the bedroom. Her stuff scattered around, but all my furniture gone, all my kitchen stuff gone, TV gone, desk gone, couch gone. Then when I was doing a final walkthrough I heard Charlie laughing from the bathroom, walked in to find him drawing a huge D on the mirror with one of Victoria's expensive lipsticks. Tom Ford. Moral support, he said, stepping back to admire his work. I stood in the empty living room, almost 3 years of a relationship packed into boxes and a giant D drawn on the bathroom mirror in lipstick. I actually laughed. Charlie ordered pizza. We ate it sitting on the floor since there was no furniture left. You good? He asked. Yeah, no second thoughts. None. This morning I woke up and felt lighter, like I'd been carrying something heavy for months and didn't know it until I put it down. That's how you know you're doing the right thing. Lana nodded. Trust your gut. It knows more than you think. Sunday morning movers I'd hired showed up at 8. 2 guys, efficient and professional. They looked at all the boxes and got to work right away. One of them nodded at Victoria's mattress sitting alone on the bedroom floor. Breakup. That obvious. We do 3 of these a week. Always looks the same. You're taking your stuff, leaving hers. Clean break. Cleanest I could make it. While they were loading, I did one last walkthrough. Made sure I had everything that mattered. Then I grabbed the designer bags from the closet, the ring from my pocket where I'd been keeping it, and her favorite cashmere scarf I'd bought her in Aspen. That scarf cost $380, coming with me to sell. Before leaving, I left a note on the kitchen counter. I moved out. Everything that's mine is gone. Everything that's yours is still here. The lease is in my name, so I'm breaking it. You have until the end of December to move out. That's 4 weeks. I'm selling the ring too. I'm done. The movers had everything loaded by 10:30. I followed them to my new place. 20 minutes of driving between my old life and my new one. They unloaded fast. Spent the afternoon unpacking the important stuff. Bed, TV, coffee maker. Made the place livable. Sunday evening, right on schedule, Victoria came back to the apartment. I know because my phone started blowing up around 6:30. Call after call after call, then texting. What the heck, Leon? Where are you? Where is everything? Did you actually move out? Are you kidding me right now? Call me. We need to talk about this. You can't just leave. 10 minutes later. Is that a D drawn on my bathroom mirror in my Tom Ford lipstick? Are you kidding me right now? That was $65. You're such a jerk. Charlie's masterpiece had been discovered. Then more texts flooded in. You took my ring. You took the bags? Those were mine. I'm calling the police. Good luck with that. I thought cops don't care about breakups where someone takes back what they paid for. My Netflix isn't working. My Spotify. I responded once. You told me to leave. I left. We're done. Don't contact me again. She called 29 more times that day. I turned airplane mode on. Monday morning she showed up at the power company yard around 8. I was gearing up for a job, loading my truck with equipment. Security called me over. There's a woman at the gate asking for you. Says she's your fiancée. Tell her I'm not available. I did. She's not leaving. I walked over to the gate, saw her standing there. She looked rough. Leon. Finally. They wouldn't let me in. I know. I told them not to. We need to talk. No, we don't. Yes, we do. You can't just move out like that. Take everything. You told me to leave. I left. That was the discussion. I didn't mean actually leave. I meant stop being rude to my mother. Same thing to me. You let your mother disrespect me. That tells me everything I need to know about what marriage would look like. We're done. This is crazy. You're throwing away 3 years over one comment. Not one comment. And you told me to apologize or leave. I picked leave. Now I'm picking stay gone. Her face twisted. I was in a tough spot. She's my mother. And I was your fiancé. Past tense. You made your choice. Go home, Victoria. You have until December 31st. Where's my ring? Selling it along with those designer bags. I'm getting my money back. You can't be serious. Those are mine. Engagement ring goes back when the engagement ends. The bags, I paid for them. You are such a jerk, she yelled. Actions have consequences. I walked back into the yard, left her standing at the gate. My supervisor Jerry walked over. Everything okay? Yeah, just an ex who can't accept it's over. She seems pretty upset. She'll get over it. Jerry nodded. For what it's worth, I heard her yelling. Something about her mother. My ex-wife's mother was a nightmare too. You probably dodged a bullet there. That's what I'm thinking. I blocked her number that night. Then she tried calling from different numbers. I blocked them all. She tried messaging me on social media. Already blocked. She tried having Paul call me. I blocked him after the 3rd try. Then Charlie called Wednesday night. You need to see this. See what? Check Victoria's social media. She's losing it. I checked her Instagram. She'd posted this long dramatic thing about how sometimes the people you love most show you who they really are when times get tough, how she'd learned that character shows itself under pressure. The comments were full of her friends supporting her. So sorry you're going through this. You deserve better. He sounds controlling. Charlie texted me. You seeing this? Yeah. She's telling people I left her over nothing. Want me to set the record straight? Nah. People who know me know the truth. Everyone else doesn't matter. Fair enough. Thursday afternoon I took the designer bags and the ring to a luxury consignment shop. The woman behind the counter looked at everything carefully. These are real, she said, checking the Prada with a jeweler's loupe. Good condition. No wear on the hardware. I can give you $3,800 for the bags. Works for me. The ring, she paused. We don't usually do engagement rings, but this is a nice stone. Clarity is good. I can do $3,400. Deal. She wrote up the paperwork, handed me the check. Hope your next one works out better. Thanks, I said. Walked out with a check for $7,200. Deposited it right away. Used $2,000 to pay off my truck completely. Put the rest in savings. Friday night Charlie came over to my new place with food. "How you holding up, bro?" he asked. "Good actually. Place is coming together. Sleeping better than I have in months." He looked around. "Place looks good. Very you. That's the goal." My old apartment felt like compromise. "This feels like mine." Victoria kept trying. She had Kristen call me from a number I didn't know. "Leon, it's Kristen, Paul's wife. Look, Margaret was totally out of line at Christmas. She's always been hard, but that was extreme even for her. And Victoria shouldn't have told you to leave, but she's really struggling. She loves you. She made a mistake. When someone attacks your partner, you defend them. She didn't. That's all I need to know. She was trained her whole life to keep Margaret happy. It's complicated. It's not complicated to me. So 3 years means nothing. 3 years meant something. Right up until she told me to leave for defending myself. Then it meant exactly nothing. You're really not willing to give her another chance? Kristen, if Paul's mother called you a failure and Paul told you to apologize or leave, would you stay with him?" Silence on the line. "That's different." "How?" "Because Paul would never do that." "Exactly. I picked wrong. Now I'm fixing it." She hung up. 2 weeks later the old apartment was empty. Victoria had moved her stuff out without telling me. The landlord called to say she'd cleared out, left her keys. I paid the lease-breaking fee, $1,100. Didn't even blink. Worth every penny to be done with that place. A month after Christmas, mutual friends started reaching out. Apparently Victoria was telling everyone I'd left her over a minor fight with her mother, that I'd stolen her stuff and disappeared, that I was unstable and controlling. I set the record straight where it mattered. Showed people texts if they asked. Explained what actually happened. Most people who knew me believed my side. The ones who didn't weren't worth my time. I didn't need them anyway. Charlie and I went out for food about 6 weeks after the breakup. "How's the new place treating you?" he asked. "Great. Bought some new furniture, put up some stuff on the walls." "Meeting anyone new?" "Nope. Not really in a rush." "Good call. Take your time." Lana, Charlie's girlfriend, joined us later. She'd heard the full story from Charlie. "For what it's worth," she said, "I think you handled it perfectly." "Thanks. I just didn't want to drag it out." She showed me who she was. I believed her. End of story. Work was good. My supervisor Jerry mentioned they were looking to promote someone to crew leader. More responsibility, more money. I applied, got it 2 weeks later. Salary bumped to $94,000 base. Still not 6 figures. Still apparently average by Margaret's standards. Still totally fine with my choices. I ran into Paul at a gas station about 3 months post-breakup. He saw me, looked like he wanted to avoid me, but I waved him over. "How's it going?" I asked. "Good. Can't complain. You good?" "New place is working out. Got promoted at work. Life solid." Awkward silence. "Look, for what it's worth, I'm sorry about Christmas. Mom crossed the line." "I appreciate that. Victoria is still pretty messed up about everything. She asks about you sometimes. Thinks maybe you guys could talk." "We can't. What happened at Christmas wasn't about your mom. It was about Victoria picking to defend someone who attacked me." Paul nodded slowly. "Kristen said the same thing. Said if I'd done what Victoria did, she'd have left me too. Smart woman." "Yeah." He paused. "Victoria's working on stuff, seeing someone about it. Setting boundaries with mom. Good for her. Hope it helps." "You're really not interested in trying again?" "Nope. I believe people when they show me who they are the first time." He didn't have anything to say to that. We finished pumping gas. I shook his hand and left. For months after Christmas I'm settled. New apartment is exactly how I want it. Work's going great. The promotion came with more responsibility and better pay. Leading a crew now, training newer guys, planning jobs, making $94,000 base, more with overtime. I started seeing someone 2 months ago. I met her at a coffee shop. She's a veterinary technician. We started talking, swapped numbers, went on a date. We've been taking it slow, but it feels right. Natural, like we actually fit instead of forcing it. Charlie and Lana came over for dinner one night maybe a month after I started seeing Na. Lana brought Na and they hit it off right away. Charlie pulled me aside while the girls were in the kitchen. "You look different," he said. "Different how?" "Lighter. Like you're not carrying something heavy anymore." "Probably because I'm not." "Na's good for you." "Yes, she is." Victoria tried reaching out through mutual friends a few times, but I never engaged. Life was good. My crew respected me. We'd been handling some major storm damage repairs. Long hours but satisfying work. The kind of job where you see results right away. Power goes out, we fix it, lights come back on. Simple. Had Christmas at Na's parents' place. Exactly 1 year after the Margaret disaster. I was nervous at first. Kept waiting for the interrogation that never came. Na's dad asked what I did while we were watching football. Lineman for the power company. He said, that's good work. Someone's got to keep the lights on. That was it. No questions about salary, career path, future plans. Just casual conversation. During dinner Na's mom asked how we met. We told the coffee shop story. She smiled and said, that's sweet. You two seem good together. Her younger brother asked what kind of truck I drove. F-150. Nice. Those are solid trucks. No judgment, no comparison, no interrogation about my worth as a person based on my income and vehicle. After dinner Na's mom pulled me aside in the kitchen. Na seems really happy, she said. That's all we care about. You treating her well? I try to. Then you're doing great. She patted my arm and went back to the living room. The difference from last Christmas was huge. I told Na about it on the drive home. Your parents are good people, I said. They are. They just want me to be happy. January rolled around. New Year, same solid life. Na and I celebrated New Year's Eve at my apartment. Pizza and watching the ball drop on TV. It was perfect. You know what's nice, she said around 11 p.m. What? This just existing together without drama. Just us. That's all I wanted. Turns out it wasn't complicated. I just had to find the right person or the right person found you. She kissed me. Happy almost New Year. Work stayed busy through January. Storm season kept us running. Then she showed up. First time I'd seen her in months. I was working a late shift one Thursday. Got home around 10 p.m. tired, ready for a shower and bed. Pulled into my apartment complex parking lot. Noticed a car I didn't know sitting near my building. Engine running, lights on. I parked, grabbed my gear, headed for my door. Leon. I turned. Victoria was getting out of the car, totally sober and composed, dressed nice, hair done, makeup perfect. Victoria, what are you doing here? I asked. I needed to see you. You blocked me on everything. This was the only way. There's a reason I blocked you on everything. Please, just give me 5 minutes. That's all I'm asking. I should have walked inside and locked the door. But there was something about the way she looked, desperate but trying to hide it. I was curious what she'd say. 5 minutes, I said. Not inside. Right here. She nodded. Took a breath. I made a mistake. She started at Christmas dinner. I should have defended you. I should have told my mom to shut up, but I panicked. I've spent my whole life trying to keep the peace with her, trying to be what she wants, and when she went after you I just froze. Okay. Silence. That's it. Just okay. What do you want me to say, Victoria? You told me to leave. I left. That was a year ago. Move on. I know. And I've spent that year working on myself. I cut my mom off. Haven't talked to her in 8 months. I'm seeing someone to work through all the toxic patterns she created. I'm fixing it, Leon. I'm actually fixing it. Good for you. Is that all you're going to say? Good for you. I looked at her, saw the desperation she was trying to hide, the hope that I'd suddenly forgive everything. The belief that if she just explained it right I'd come back. What do you want from me? I asked. I want another chance. I want to show you I've changed. I want us to try again. No, the word hung. What? Leon, I just told you I cut off my mom. I've been working on myself for months. I'm not the same person. Maybe you're not. Doesn't change anything. Also, I'm with someone new. She froze. You're what? You already moved on? Her voice started raising. Are you serious? What did you expect me to do, Victoria? Sit and feel sorry for myself. I told you I'd moved on. That's unfair. How could you do this to me? I've been trying to fix things and you're already screwing someone new. I don't care. I cut in, keeping my voice level and flat. It doesn't change what you did. Things between us ended the moment you decided watching me getting disrespected was fine. I'm done, Victoria. I'm not going to repeat this over and over for you. Aren't you tired? Just go see your life. Move on. So that's it. You're just done. That shows you didn't even love me in the first place. If you loved me you would fight for me. Nope. It's not worth it. Her face started to crumble. She tried to hold it together but I could see the cracks forming. I love you, she said quietly. I still love you. I never stopped loving you. That sucks. She was crying now. What about everything we had? What about all the plans we made? The wedding we were planning? The life we were going to build? I built a new one without you in it. With her. She said it bitterly. A new girl who doesn't know you like I do. Do you think this will last? She's just using you. No one will love you like I did. Yeah, with her. She was sobbing now, full on crying in my parking lot. I can't believe you're this cold, she said between sobs. This isn't you. This isn't the man I loved. No, this is exactly me. You just never had to see this side because I never had to walk away from you before. She dropped to her knees right there in the parking lot. Didn't even try to make it look graceful. Just collapsed onto the pavement like her legs gave out. Please, Leon, please. I'll do anything. I'll prove it to you. Just give me a chance. One chance, that's all I'm asking. I looked down at her. This woman I'd once planned to marry on her knees in a parking lot begging me to take her back. Stand up, Victoria. Not until you say you'll think about it. I'm not thinking about it. Stand up. Leon, please. I love you. I love you so much. I made one mistake and you're throwing away 3 years. That's not fair. You threw away 3 years when you told me to leave. I just took you seriously. She was sobbing so hard she could barely breathe, makeup running down her face, snot and tears mixing together. She looked destroyed. A neighbor walking to their car stopped and stared. Great. Now I had an audience. Victoria, stand up. You're making a scene. I don't care. She screamed it. I don't care about making a scene. I don't care who sees. I want you back. I want us back. Why can't you just forgive me? Because I don't want to. I looked at her without any emotion. You asked me what you have to do to fix this. There's nothing. It's not fixable. You can't undo showing me exactly who you are when things get hard. She was hyperventilating now, gasping for air between sobs. I can't do this without you. I don't know how to do this without you. Figure it out. I moved toward my door. She grabbed at my leg. I stepped back. Don't touch me. Please, Leon. Go home, Victoria. I can't go home. I can't keep living like this. Knowing I destroyed the best thing in my life, knowing you're out there with someone else. I can't do it. That sounds like a you problem. I said it flat and cold. Her face twisted into something between rage and despair. You're mean. You're cold and mean. I walked to my door, unlocked it. She was still on her knees sobbing, mascara running down her face in black streaks. Please just talk to me. 5 more minutes. That's all I need. Your 5 minutes are up. Go home. I walked inside, closed the door, locked it. She pounded on the door for like 30 seconds. Then I heard her sobbing turn into wailing. Full breakdown. I texted my neighbor, the one who'd seen the whole thing. Sorry about that. My ex, she's leaving. He texted back. No worries, man. Want me to call someone? She'll leave on her own eventually, but thanks. 10 minutes later I heard her car start. Looked out the window and watched her drive away. She was still crying so hard. My phone stayed silent. No texts from unknown numbers, no calls from blocked contacts, nothing. Just silence. I took a shower, made some food, sat on my couch. Na texted around midnight. You awake? Yeah. What's up? Just wanted to say good night and that I'm glad I met you. Same. Good night. Life's good now. I'm still making what Margaret would call average money. Still working my apparently beneath her daughter job. Still driving my not good enough truck. Still renting my unimpressive apartment. But I'm happy. I'm with someone who thinks I'm enough. I'm not managing toxic family dynamics. I'm not wondering when the next crisis is coming. I'm just living my life the way I want to live it. Some people show you who they are when things get hard. The smart ones pay attention the first time. Guys, we are so close to hitting 100,000 subscribers on this channel. If you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing. It really helps hit that 100,000 mark. Thanks for making this dream come true.